Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. How many PRIMOGEMS can we save in 1 year? Today is August 1st, 2021, which is insanely scary, guys. We basically have 3 months left and then we're done. I think 3 months left and we're done with this. So, insane. So, it's August 1st, 2022, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to do some big things in this episode. There are big things happening in this episode. A little bit of background information for you guys. Off camera, some things happened this week. I got a little bit of time to play. I think I got like one whole day, I think, or not whole day. I didn't play the whole day. I played like 5 hours or 6 hours, but we did have a day to play Genshin, which was very nice because I don't usually get days or time to do anything. So it was very nice and very refreshing to be able to just sit and play some Genshin again. So things that happened is I just upgraded my character slightly. So like they're just slightly stronger than they used to be. Nothing specifically huge. Just a couple of artifact changes, some weapon upgrades to certain people and things like that. So nothing really big happened there. Quest wise, we did quite a bit. If we go to our journal here, you'll see, okay, except for the dailies that have respawned, I didn't realize that dailies have respawned. I've pretty much played the game up to Autumn Winds Scarlet Leaves, which is I think the quest line to go to Inazuma, which I'm going to be doing this week. The reason for this, guys, is from next week onwards we are going to be in Inazuma. That's why I had to catch up with the game a bit. And we've unlocked Teapot to call home, which we're going to be doing in this episode, by the way, guys. We're going to be doing this in this episode, and then we're also going to be adventure ranking up to the next adventure rank sets, which is going to take us straight up to AR 55 probably. So it's going to be quite an increase in difficulty and such going forward. But I want to be on the AR 55 when I go to Inazuma, as that's what AR I think most people are when they go to Inazuma. So in this episode we got a couple of things to do. A, we got to do our dailies. B, we got to do this teapot. And C, we're going to do the adventure rank ascension. And this is quite a lot to do in one episode. I do understand that, but obviously we need to do our dailies because dailies is PRIMOGEMS. I should have done this off camera, but I forgot. My bad. So we'll just quickly do that. So you know, guys, that's very fast. A teapot is an entire quest line. It's going to take a little bit of time, and then ascension rank is just killer a dungeon out. Shouldn't be too difficult and get the rewards. Once we've done that, we'll have got quite a few more rewards, PRIMOGEMS and stuff, and we might be doing a 10 pull on the standard banner today if lucky. So that is the goal, at least in this episode. So without further ado, let's get straight into the dailies, because as I said, I did forget about them, so we need to just do those quick. And as I said, we're going to be doing the teapot questline today. And the reason we're doing the teapot questline is 2 reasons. Number one, obviously I want to get more. Let me just set my setting. I think the game was a little bit loud there. I do apologize. I keep forgetting between the PlayStation 4 recordings that I'm doing for the Dark Souls series that dropped today on my channel, and doing the Genshin recordings on my actual PC, the sound is completely whacked. So they have 2 completely different sound levels that I need to always set up before recording, but I sometimes when I switch between the 2 I do forget, so apologize about that. But as the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin episode just went live yesterday on my channel for you guys, today on my channel on the date of this recording. And yeah, I mean, if you guys want to check that out, it's just a fun playthrough of me fucking around and being extremely bad at the game, which is just the prelude, if you will, to the commission I have received to do a Dark Souls 2 platinum guide, just like the Dark Souls 1, and that will be dropping reasonably soon on the channel too. Probably once the Dark Souls 2 Let's Play finishes, I will then release the Dark Souls 2 guide, because I don't want to release the guide in the middle of the Let's Play. That just feels a bit odd. So I think it's just better for everyone if I just first focus the actual Let's Play, and then we can worry about the guide at a later date. I think that's the probable best approach there. So very excited for this episode, guys. You know, just getting a new adventure rank is going to be exciting, because obviously it's going to increase us to AR 55 from AR 45, which we've been purposely staying at this point, because obviously I haven't had the opportunity to play the game much, and due to that I've not had the opportunity to grind much, and since we're not wishing, we don't get any 5 stars, so we're weaker than normal. And my characters are pretty weak because I don't have any artifacts, any good artifacts. But now that we are slightly stronger, and we usually beat most bosses, etc., pretty easily, handily, if you will, and it's not too much of a hassle for us because we seem to be a little bit powerful right now. I don't know if powerful is a word or not, but let's just say it is, because that way I feel better about myself. So it will just be good for us in a sense that we'll get guaranteed 5-star artifact drops and stuff from now on, instead of every now and then, and that will obviously increase our strength, which will make us better. We can upgrade all our characters weapons to level 90, which is a massive difference weapon-wise. Weapon-wise, going from 80 to 90 is so important. Level-wise, going from 80 to 90, not as important. So I'm not sure if we'll do that yet, but maybe. I don't know if I've done this one before, but I'm just gonna skip it, guys, because like I said, this is just, we just here for primos. If you want the story, guys, you can go watch my actual Genshin Impact Let's Play. Yes, I'm 6 months behind. I do understand. It is what it is. But yeah, there you'll get full, like, in-depth 100% Let's Play with full dialogue and everything. On this account, we care about one thing and one thing only, and that is getting as many PRIMOGEMS as possible. And that's pretty much it. Bye-bye. This looks like Fame Commons Guild. Yes. I don't care. No picking. Oh, I suppose you're right though. We're technically not supposed to look at what about. Oh, I've actually done this before. Now I remember. I always say not picking. I should actually pick at some point, so I know if it's what the option, the alternative is if you actually do pick. But like I said, unfortunately, I've got a really weird moral compass, guys. There's certain things that I just don't do, and I don't appreciate, and I don't like, and I don't support at all. And there's certain things that I just like. I have the worst opinion and view on it if you look at like the general populace. So certain things that the general populace thinks is wrong or bad or weird or like not correct, I'm like, nah, that's chilled, bro, it's chilled. But then other things that other people be like, ah, whatever, that's not the biggest deal, it's okay, it's not gonna hurt anyone. I'm like, ah, fuck your shit. Rules are rules, baby, and we stick to those rules. But like I said, that's one of my weird things. Did that finish the quest line? Did I get the primos? Oh well, let's just go to the next daily because I can't remember. Now I did get a new recipe, guys. There's a quest line you can do over here that gave a new food recipe, which is really cool. I don't even have that food recipe in my main account, which for me I thought was pretty exciting. That at this point on my main account there's something I don't have, and I got it on my side account. So just interesting when you, and here's another quest line down there. Interesting. I must mark that down. Let me write that down right now. In quest line second account. There you go. Write it down. We got it. It's Gucci. So now we'll be able to remember to do it. So like something I do and I found very useful because I'm a JRPG gamer, right? So I'm all about the stats. I'm all about the numbers. I'm all about the grinding and the planning and the optimization of routes and things. And why I like making guides, because like I said, when I used to be a platinum trophy hunter a long time ago, I used to actually be pretty dedicated to it. I would literally buy a game and I would get the trophy on the platinum trophy, and I'd never stop playing the game, or I would not stop playing the game until I got the platinum trophy, and I usually didn't move on to my next game until I got the platinum trophy. So as someone that did that, you know, you get to a point where there's only so much you can do, right? I think a good example would be Star Ocean. So Star Ocean has a specific ending you can get, and when you get the ending, or you get the specific ending, it's a trophy that you get, and there's a trophy for each specific ending in the game. Now what happened to me was, obviously I was like, oh my god, this is a 40-hour game. When I'm playing it, even if I play it really fast and wow, it's about a 30-hour game, and there's like 10 endings, and I was like, well, I don't want to do 10 endings. Like, I don't want to play the game 10 times to 30 plus hours. And my first playthrough was obviously like 60 hours, and my second one was like 50 hours, and so on, until I got better and understood the game better. So I found myself in a position where I was like, well, I need to find a way to do this quicker. Is there not a quicker way? There's not a better way to do this. So of course, as anyone, I went to Google to look up a guide. You know, I'd already finished the game 2 or 3 times, and I always have a rule. You know, if I finish the game once, certain games I might say twice. Like, let's say the Persona series, let's say, okay, play the game twice. You know, the first time you're not going to play it, baby. It's not going to happen on your first playthrough unless you're literally sitting with a guide next to you, which I would not ever recommend for games such as any Persona series game. But when I play a game for the first time, I'm usually like anti-guide, and I don't use any guides because I just don't like it. But on the second to third playthrough, you know, I've got no problem using guides, so it's very helpful to just get those last few trophies or secret items you missed. A good example, once again, would be Final Fantasy 12, the Sunflower. The getting of the Sunflower ain't easy. It ain't easy. It's a grind. It's a frustration. And it's almost, in my opinion, impossible to get without a guide. Almost like how the Zodiac Spear from the original was almost impossible to get without a guide. So I looked up a guide. How do I get the endings for Star Ocean? And I couldn't find a legitimate guide back then. Because back then, YouTube was not as big in gaming as it is now. It was still in the growth stage. That was actually when it would have been the best time to start a YouTube channel. But obviously at that point, I was young and playing PlayStation, and I was just chilling, and I was minding my own business, you know, just trying to survive in the world, as they say. So I never really considered it back then. And there weren't many options. So I did find a YouTube channel that had some Star Ocean things on, like how to make certain food items that were annoying to make, and the endings and stuff. But it was so bad. The guide was so fucking bad. The guy pretty much made a video of him doing the thing, and that's it. Like, he got the food item, which was great. I was like, congratulations, so you got, for example, the food item. But how did you get the food item? What did you do? Where did you get the items required for it? How did you figure out the recipe for it? Where did you how did you get that food item that has to be used to get this food item? You know, it's not a food item you can buy or find. You have to make it. So it means you need to know the original food item recipe so you can make the additional food item recipe, if that makes sense to you guys. So it was a very, for me, complicated situation, and I didn't like the way it was set up. I was like, this is really badly done and really badly set up, and I could do this so much better. So I did. And I've had some great success with some of my guides. The Final Fantasy 9 series guides, for example, are pretty popular on my channel, do very well. Persona 5 Platinum guide is decent. 1 or 2 mistakes made by me through that guide, a good learning, a lesson and experience for me. And then, of course, the Dark Souls Remastered guide, which is the #1 most watched video on my channel, and a series I'm pretty proud of, even though I could do it 2 times better now, because thanks to extremely kind viewers, I actually have a decent controller that will not disconnect every 2 minutes. So that means I could probably cut the time of that whole video by half an hour. So even something else that I could even improve on and do better. So it's always a learning experience, and making guides is a lot of work and is a lot harder than I anticipated. So I have much more respect for the people that did it back then when I was so angry about not finding the good ones. But these days, everyone has a YouTube channel, everyone's done it. There's 1,001 guides, so you can find whatever you want. But that's enough talking about guides and other things. Let's play Genshin. Teapot, baby. So we're going to be doing the whole teapot quest here, and I'm going to be doing the entire thing slow.
Children, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Leah Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even.
Oh, oops.
But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
Okay, Granny.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
So Granny's powers is like time and space, basically, in my opinion.
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
On this note.
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you Just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
So on that note, I would just like to add, guys, that I mentioned it early in the Let's Play, or actually, I guess a little bit later in the Let's Play from when this is getting recorded for you guys. But basically, I did mention it in the Let's Play that I really wish these games would stop doing this, because Genshin has done what almost every game does, in my opinion, and they've created that situation where the arch on wall sounds so much better and so much more fun to be part of and take part of and play than this game does. Because the arch on wall sounds awesome. You had gods battling gods and areas of territory and superpowers and mountains being destroyed and redesigned and fucking crafted, and spears getting thrown into the fucking god in the ocean that had created an entire island, a fucking biosphere. It's like, can we just play the Arch on Wall version of Genshin? Is there Genshin Impact Arch on Wall, like update 6.0 or something coming? Because fuck me, I think that would be amazing, and I want that in my life. I can help you look for them.
That's right. Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glaze lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glaze lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost
sounds
no one has
impossible.
been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare.
That is how that usually works,
In
right?
any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans. Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
It is actually true.
A few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
She's talking about Zhongli.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I
Yanfei!
believe we've met.
Allow
Yanfei!
me to do the honors. This child here is Yanfei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
A shame?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yanfei, all right. let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay. That's a bit random.
That's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusell. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
We'll come with you.
You want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure.
It's true.
Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
It's true, because every other Adeptus we meet's like, yo, go fight the fucking demon spawn of Satan that is freaking ravishing the lands or something, and then you gotta fight them and stuff, and it's over. But this one's like, nah, bruh. You gotta be chill, dude. This shit's serious. You don't want to get into legal trouble. Yanfei is a very unique character in my opinion. Why can I not harvest this bamboo? Immune bamboo, basically. So yes, this is a little quest time we're going to be doing here, guys. It's going to take a while, so this episode is going to be way longer than your normal Primogem grind episode. We're probably looking at about an hour long here at minimum, guys. Lots of dialogue and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I'll try my best to go as fast as possible. And we do still have to do Ascension rank today too.
Hello, Mr. Krusell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a lady named Xiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
No ambiguities there.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
Cool. Easy peasy, let's go. Go, 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 go. We gotta go fast. So fast. We gotta go fast. Okay, so this Yanfei questline is a little bit boring. You don't really do much except for run around and talk to people. So it's kind of like a dialogue questline. So it's a little bit on the boring side of things if you compare it to like other questlines in this game. But I mean, it's still fine. A questline's a questline.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you Zhiqiao?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
Why is it not ordering? Auto.
How do you do, Miss Zhiqiao? We understand from Mr.
Zhiqiao.
Crossell that you recently rented a
Zhiqiao.
pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of déjà vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say, can we help?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Zhiqiao, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Just walk around with the
Let me
contract.
see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Zhiqiao somehow.
That would be a little unfair to Crossell.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Zhiqiao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item, and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
How much is it?
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
It's nothing the matter.
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
So Yanfei's got a what do you want to call it? A nickname? They call it Smug Faye because she's got a smug face. And I actually in this quest line you get to see it, and it really like makes sense. She's so smug. I love it. I love Yanfei. She's awesome.
Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
He's shitting himself right now.
About that.
She relates she lost the hairpins.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
She didn't even try to negotiate.
Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Why do they always...
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Yanfei is an adepti, like half adepti like Ganyu, right? Half adepti, half human. Unless both the parents are adepti, because it says that we know her dad was an adeptus, but they never confirm if her mother was adeptus. So she's either half human, half adeptus like Ganyu, or she's full adeptus and her mom's also adeptus, but they don't tell us whether that's fact. But she looks like a fish. I think she's a fish adeptus type, which is weird because she's a pyro type.
Miss
She uses
Yanfei,
fire, which doesn't make sense.
What is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
Not Smaragdus jadeite.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
Smug
I
Faye.
don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossell's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
Very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then,
You guys see the scales on
since
her
you're so
hands and
experienced in dealing
her
with problems like this,
um
perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
the sides of
Oh,
her
that won't be a problem.
body.
But first, Mr. Chow, can
But
I
then
ask
the
you to please
horns
sign
don't
this
make
contract?
sense.
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
Or dragon. She could be dragonish, like some kind of dragon thing, because it doesn't really make sense that she would have horns, like those weird antler-looking like horns, if she was a fish adeptus. So I think maybe she might be like a dragon adeptus or a lizard adeptus or something like in that more, which makes more sense, because that does kind of look like Shenron horns. But her hair kind of makes me think fish for some reason. I don't know why.
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Such an ordeal.
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ha! I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
And that's why she's called Smug Fan. Why am I playing as Kai? Get the fuck out of here, Kai. You look ugly as fuck. Quick pause. And back. There we go. Okay, we're loaded in, I think. Let's continue. What's up, bro? So like I said, it's a very long quest, guys. Lots of talking and stuff. I'm sorry about that. This episode will be longer.
There,
it just is what it is.
customers. Welcome to... Oh! It's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnine merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Shavings.
sir.
Those are
We'll take a
shavings,
look
by
at
the way.
them.
Those are huge for shavings. This game does not scale things very well at all. At all.
I just like to make people smile.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time.
I need to order again.
I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything?
Not a trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't you tell them
These
apart?
two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
You literally just run up and down in this questline talking
Miss
to them.
Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how a Adepta becomes so adept or
Oh,
anything?
this has nothing to do with being an Adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
Singxi. 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 Singxi? Singxi. These names are very difficult to pronounce, obviously, as in... Since I don't know Mandarin or Chinese, the best I can do is try and mimic what I'm hearing in-game. Like I said, guys, it's a very long quest. It's very boring. We literally just run around and talk to people, so... I do apologize about that, but I wanted this on camera because we're going to be going today to the world, and
Something
we're
happened.
going to be setting up a farm and
Did the
stuff.
client from last time...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel. Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Inksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Krosel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinksy. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Because it's a lawyer.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Can we just also mention how... he's the only Dendro user in the entirety of Genshin Impact? Can we please mention how Baiju is the only Dendro user in the entirety of Genshin Impact? We have not encountered a single Dendro user except for Dr. Baiju. And we've never seen him do anything with his Dendro either, so we're not sure if he really is a Dendro user or not. But he has the Dendro user vision, so I'm assuming he's Dendro vision.
Someone needs assistance.
He's got a Dendro vision. Also, by the way, so Dendro is the youngest god among all the 7 gods. He's only 500 years old.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out.
No, I want Chi-Chi!
And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well. Now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 mountain treatises. The Seven Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document, won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to the Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate
Dr. Baiju
you in
looks
due
pretty cool,
course.
actually.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Dr. Baiju, actually, I like his style. You know, he's
Baiju
got
guy
the
is
like
weird as ever.
long pony hair almost.
Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Got a snake.
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Okay. We're almost done with the case, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we might be able to keep this under an hour depending how quickly I can do the Ascension quest and how... Oh, we still have to go to the teapot. No, this is going to be an hour plus video, guys. This is going to be an hour plus video for the Primogem grind. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's something a little bit different. We've been keeping the Primogem grind episodes at the shorter length that I wanted, with a few odd exceptions, but hopefully not too many.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question.
Show the evidence from the Jade Mystery.
This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing.
Show the
Show
evidence
him,
of the
traveler.
Ming Xing jewelry.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet.
Smug face.
Traveler, would you do the honors?
Okay, so this is
This
basically
shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
this is basically what the game uses to win the case. He shot down the first part, he shot down the second part, all perfectly well on defense, and then he fucks up on the third part for some reason, which doesn't really make sense to me, because once again, even though it's like that, it's not necessary that everything will affect everyone the same way. All you had to do at this, literally all you had to do for this, is say that the client was on possession of the item long enough to feel the effects of it. That's all you had to do, but then he fucks up.
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
Fucked
No
up
idea,
one.
you say? I had guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
Smug face.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
He's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Again, that's a legal consultancy for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Zhiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge Zhiqiao such an extraordinary rental price?
Exactly. If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I fail to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Croso looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite!
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichou, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But Alright then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Smug face.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
She's so smug.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
That girl's scary, dude.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yes, though there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents.
You solved the problem because the guy was an idiot.
Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
Because he's an idiot.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've never met an adeptus like you before.
An adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there's more than just reason involved here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
So the so just one point about that makes me also funny is that if you think about, or not even think about it, basically it's just known fact that the adepti can just kill all the people on Liyue. So they say that Liyue is ruled by humans now, but that's kind of bullshit because in the storyline part of the game, they make it very, very clear that if the adepti who are on their way to Liyue to fight Liyue, basically, so Mooncarver, I can't remember them. I just remember Mooncarver for some reason. But basically, the three adepti in Ju and Kosh are on the way to Liyue to fight the Qixing. And it was said that they would destroy this whole place. And Liyue didn't stand a chance. So, yeah. Just want to point out that that doesn't really make sense. Because the fucking...
How did it go? Were you able to find
adepts are
this
way
Smaragdus
stronger.
Jadeite?
You were, thanks to Yanfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child.
What about Inazuma?
Are you leaving or are you not? If
We
you
helping
wish to
Inazuma
leave,
when the
perhaps you'd like to
fucking
help me
lightning
clean
Raiden
my
tries to
teapot.
murder everybody and take all their visions? How about that?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
Who's your father?
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
How long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Madam Ping begins to construct the gift.
There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours
Yay,
now.
finally!
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Finally, guys, we got the teapot. Oh, teapot. Serenity teapot unlocked. Okay, sweet. So now we have the Serenity teapot, and we also finished the quest line, which is great. We got a bunch of extra things, which is even better. And now we can go on. So if we click here, guys, you'll see in our menu, here we get some items. These are used to, I think we actually make items with these, if I remember correctly. And over here we have the Serenity teapot. So what you just place it by pushing B. It opens the Serenity teapot. You click on it, you enter the Serenity teapot, and you got to choose your creation. So you have floating abode, which is like the basically Madam Ping's is a floating abode. You have Emerald Peak, which is my one I have in my main game, and then we have the Cool Owl. So I've seen these two. I have this one unlocked and finished, built and everything, and this one I've been to on a friend's account to buy the traveling merchant things for the questline stuff. And this is the one what I'm going to be choosing for this thing. Obviously, you can change these at any point, so it really doesn't matter. And once you have reached max level, you unlock all three anyway. You can go to whatever one you want. But I'm going to start with Cool Owl today because I want to do Cool Owl as my world this time. So let's go.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madam Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too! Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Get chiseling, Paimon. You could carve us a whole house out of this rock.
Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it! Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is that?
So is this a quest line? I can never remember if this is a quest line. It is. It is. Okay. So it's this. I think to do this quest line, let's take a second to look at our map. So this is the Cool Owl. Pretty much it goes down here to like another section, down here to another section. We unlock those much later on. And there's a bunch of stuff to do in here, guys. And obviously with a bunch of stuff to do, the benefit of... Is it a Liyue house? Oh, this gives me a Liyue house. Interesting. The other one that I started on gave me a Liyue house. Sorry, that's a monster house. Sorry, that's a monster house. I meant to say monster, but I made a mistake. So guys, this is a very, very large open area, and you have your teapot, and it's pretty cool. So if we push F7, you guys, we can... Oh, we can't do it yet. We still have to actually... Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay, let's make progress then. Let's make progress. Is that a traveling merchant? I think it is. I think it's a traveling merchant. Hello, traveling merchant. Okay, it's actually pretty nice. The Cool
one
Owl.
before you is known as Jade Seeker. One travels far and wide, seeking naught but to witness all of the treasures this world has to offer.
What do you sell here?
Ah, Encounters with fine treasures cannot be forced. This is something that only fate may decide.
So you sell some stuff. We can't buy any of them because you have no money. That's fine. Let's continue on. Yeah, so it's a nice big open area. It's a Mondstadt style, which is interesting. The previous one I did was, as I said, Leeway style. So I'm going to be very interested to do the Mondstadt style home. I'm going to be having a good time setting up a Mondstadt setup, which is going to be obviously very different to what I did on my other account where I did a Leeway setup. So I'm very excited for that. Tubby, what's up, Tubby?
Well, it seems that we have a visitor. It's a huge finch! Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again? Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
You said look the part, which I think is very offensive, but anyway.
So you're the little helper Madam Ping mentioned? Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
So what's a teapot spirit exactly?
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please. Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look. Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot. Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we? I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely. A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be? I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
How very strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Okay. I hope you guys read all that. Cool. Okay, now we get a whole bunch of stuff. So basically, I'll give me my one free PRIMOGEM. Basically, we can click here. Special note, shadows, please ensure that you... Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, you can't make anything that is obviously this shit. So basically, like, yo, if you want to build it, you can't make a fucking dick pick on your world. Don't do it. It's bad, whatever, except we're not going to do it anyway because who the fuck has patience for that shit? Not me, baby. Building. So we got some buildings. So I'm just going to place some stuff. Right now, I'm not too concerned. Okay, so this is the start. I just want to know where the entrance is. So let's go... I think we place here. So basically right now I'm not too concerned with like placement and building the perfect world. I'm just going to place stuff because I want to just make enough things for points, which I'm going to explain now soon, because as I said, this account is not made for me to do story related things, guys. You've already seen my like actual world with my actual cool design things. You can just simply go to my channel and watch the actual let's play where I do it all, because that's just better. Now, the reason for that is very straightforward, guys. I want as many points as I can, as fast as I can, to get as many rewards as I can, to get as many PRIMOGEMs as I can, as fast as I can. So there's no time to waste. So you're not going to ask for help with something, are you? What's up? I asked you to come and give you a little gift. I don't know if I told you before, but these abodes are private spaces created by the Adepta for themselves. Most Adepta will use certain methods to steal their abode away from the rest of the world to ensure that its purity and avoid being disturbed. Afterwards, Adepta would create a realm dispatch for those who wish to invite into their abode. The realm dispatch bears signatures of the abode's Adepta energy and that of the Adeptas themselves. As such, anyone who has this dispatch can enter or exit the abode freely. Before this abode was in an incomplete embryonic state, those whom you invited into it would only have been able to exit and enter together with you, rather than remain for long periods. But now we'll take this realm dispatch and I have created and hold it in your hand tightly. What shall I do next? Don't worry, you need only hold this dispatch and it will draw some of your energy out and into it. Ah yes, I heard Ping mention that you have made friends in a great many places. As such, I expect that we were able to distribute one dispatch to each one of them. We would be here marking dispatches for a long time. As such, I made such modification to this dispatch. All you need to do is tap the palm of the person you'd like to invite lightly with the dispatch and your energy signature will remain on them, allowing them to enter and leave your realm with ease. Huh? It's almost like marking, isn't it? Well, sort of, but why did you have to put it so weirdly? Well, here's the realm dispatch. Go for the invite whoever you wish. It seems that this place shall become lively quite soon. Okay, so basically that's just to allow you to place characters in the world, if I remember correctly, but I think that's done. I think we're done with the quest signs. Yes, we are. Beautiful. So now we talk to Tabi.
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but once you've materialized enough rooms and furniture through subspace creation, it will feel just like home.
Trust rank. So this is trust rank. Basically, every time you build certain items, you get these little teacup squares, which increase your ranks. When you get up ranks, obviously you get rewards. Rank 1 gives you these, so claim rewards, some free primogems, some stuff. It's great. And then every time you go up a rank, you get more and more primogems and rewards, which is what we are here for. We want those primogems. You get money. It accumulates time-wise, so you need a certain amount of time to pass before you can take money, and that time is decided by your Adeptor energy. Your Adeptor energy is over here. We are currently bare bones, which means we get 4 of that realm currency per hour. So it's really little. It's really little, right? So it's not. We want to obviously get up to Fit for King, so we get 30 per hour, so we can get as much as possible. So that is why I'm going to be starting this. Maybe we're not used to this at the moment, but once you I'm going to be starting by immediately going for full-on cheese strat. Now, what I mean by that is I'm going to literally be like creating stuff as fast as possible to get as much as possible out of this. Except apparently I do not have a stuff. Okay, I think we need to make dyes first. Oh, we need fabric. So let's make like 200 fabric. Should be fine. Create. Yes. Oh, it makes 2,000 fabric. Never mind. Makes 2,000 fabric. So I don't think we have to worry about fabric ever again in the game. Create 100 dyes. 100 dyes seems a bit little, but it'll be fine for now. 100 dyes. And 100 dyes. We can make more of these because we got so much mint. 199. Boom. Create. Beautiful. Dyes made. Problem solved. Okay, back to making of furniture. So, we can make a bunch of furniture. You can see, for some reason, I can make these even though I already own it. Oh, okay, never mind. I remember now. For me to just simply color it in. Color it in again. Okay, so let's go. So, check the placement screen. We've done that. We just claim all these pretty much. And it's going to give us a bunch of free stuff. So, great. Okay, so enter mansion, construct 3 furnishing, reach trust rank 2, reach rank humble abode. Beautiful. Okay, so F7. Oops, wrong button. I think we actually have to push B first. Yes, and then use these. There we go. These are what I was looking for. That's pretty much what I wanted. Okay, perfect. Now we push F7. Now we can quickly place the landform. So I'm literally just going to be placing stuff, guys. There's going to be no like rhyme or reason. This is just to get as much out there as possible, to get as much depth or energy early as we can, because that's all I really care about right now. Maybe place it in some kind of pattern just to add a little bit of flubber. Something like, maybe like this, I guess. And we can place some trees. Like I said, I don't specifically care what I'm doing right now, guys. This is just to show off how it works for you. and how the game is a little bit exploitable very early, where you can kind of just do whatever the hell you want, and it really doesn't really matter because you're going to get the points you need, which is all you really care about to get that extra income and stuff you want ASAP. Actually, I think maybe here would be good. Here, that seems nice. I like that. There you go, pretty. Okay, let's go over here. What's that, dude? There's a tree next to your thing, and then we can put a tree like here maybe, because why not? And tree over here. Like I said, not specifically trying to be too fancy about the situation. It's just more about having some stuff out there, because we just want some stuff everywhere. A little bit of tree around my house, you know. We want a nice house. There you go. I still trying, like, obviously I'm still gonna try and place like reasonably nicely. I don't think it's a good idea to just plonk. I'm not the type to just plonk anyway. It would just ruin my happiness mode. But at the same time, like I said, I don't want to waste too much time. I just want to get to business. Save changes. Boom, boom. Another couple of quests done. And every time we do these quests, guys, we're getting stuff. We're getting rewards. We're getting money. We're getting things that are just allowing us to do more, which is very important right now. Okay, so not Realm Deeper. I want to go the opposite. I want to go... Nope, I didn't want to go Realm Deeper. Okay, what's happening now is I'm rushing because I realized we are an hour and a half into this episode. So I'm going fast now and it's just causing problems. Okay, so Pine Folding uses that, and this uses... Oh, this was the best one. Okay, create these. Creation queue full. Okay, fine. Get now. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to fast forward this. Okay, perfect. We did it. So now we want to make some stuff, guys, that is going to just give us more points, right? Like, so we just want to adapt or rank up one. So look for the things that give you the most adapt or rank points at the start, like this. So we're looking for things that give, like, this one gives 90, for example. That one's good. So, you know, this one only gives 60. It's not as good. These give 90. So obviously much better. Create this. Gives 90 points, which is going to be your fastest way to kind of just speed run to rank 2. We just want to get to rank 2 in this episode. Before we leave. So, like, how much is this giving? This is giving 92. Create it. Now, it uses a lot of sandberry wood, but I've been hoarding sandberry wood because in my main account I need a lot of sandberry wood. But there we go, rank 2, easy peasy. Okay, now you can kind of make whatever the hell you want, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go for... Let's just finish up all the really big stuff first. There we go. Big stuff give the most adept or rewards. So obviously big stuff was obviously a little bit of a better start. So they have used up all my instant cooks, right? There's these things like that allow you to almost instant cook, which is really nice. Okay, maybe I want to use this place. Trust rank rewards, claim rewards, more PRIMOGEMS, and more 10 more insta cooks, right? So now we can go in here and we can just keep kind of speed running the first part of this game quite heavily by just getting a lot of stuff, which is just useful for us, right? Because the more things we get early, the better. So, and you notice I'm cooking all the purple stuff, or creating all the purple stuff. Now I'm doing that with a reason, obviously. The purple things are giving us the most adeptal energy, which is good for us to level up ASAP. So that is why we are specifically doing it like that. And this was all part of the original plan for us to just speed run, as I said here, the levels as fast as possible to get as many rewards unlocked and done ASAP. So that pond is actually very nice. It gives quite a lot of points and doesn't use a lot of highly expensive things. Look at this, guys. We are literally speedrunning this Serenity Teapot right now. Now, I did plan to do this from the start, so it's not like it's anything weird. So I'm perfectly content with this. This was the original plan here. And it's also why I didn't rush it, you know. I held off quite a long time before I got here and started doing this. Okay, so now what I like to do is once I get to this point, now I'm going to let these are going to run for like a whole day. So they're only going to be ready by tomorrow. So now I just like to start anywhere. And like, okay, a blue one's a level 3. Level 3 is worth a little bit more, so let's create that. And over here's another blue one we haven't done. It's a little bit worth a little more, so create that. Now those two are just going to chill and create themselves at their own pace. We ran out of these vial of adeptal speed that insta grows, but that's fine. We say yes, trust rank bonus, and we get 10 more. Claim. Beautiful. And what does that claiming of that allow us to do? Well, very straightforward. We get to speedrun a little more, baby. Let's go. Now, I actually didn't think I would get to level 3, to be 100% honest with you guys. I truly expected level 2 max. About very close to level 3, obviously, but I didn't think I would make the level 3. You know, that's the big secret here. I didn't think I would actually make it to level 3. So making it to level 3, it was very useful because it's obviously allowing me to make even more things very early so I can get more items. And the reason why I want more items, pretty obvious, I might think, is that the more items I have to place, obviously that means the more adept or energy I get, and the more adept energy I get means the more currency income I get. The more currency income I get means the more things I can purchase early game. And you guys get the picture. Okay, so quickly over here, red dyes, we need about another that much. There we go. You should, who else was running low? I mean, I can find another yellow's running low. Yeah, yellow dye is actually probably your hardest dye to get in the game because you need these berries, and the berries are used to make the best food item in the game, which is hash browns. So you do need quite a lot of those. For now, I'm gonna continue making things that are giving me level ups here in the teapot. Because like I said, I am specifically trying to deliberately speedrun this right now. I'm not specifically trying to play it like at a fun way, or a way where I get to just have fun creating and building a beautiful world. We'll get to that. I'll do that at some point. We'll even probably do it on camera here. But for now, my main goal is just to be as fast as possible with the grinds here, so I can just get as much out of it as I can. Every time we get a rank bonus, we get more PRIMOGEMS and we get more speedrunning materials. So it's a good overall system we've built up here. Level 4, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys right now. I truly did not expect to reach level 4 here. I was honestly thinking, best case scenario, I would reach level 2. To be 100% honest. Okay, so we say goodbye for now. Okay, so now we got to go over here. We're just going to do this. And that's really big. Intervention, of course. But before we intervention, let's just place a bunch of stuff outside. Do we unlock a second world? Not yet. Okay, good. Have not unlocked the second world. We have this weird looking like pond thing, which is odd. So what better place to place the rock pond than in the rocky zone, right? That makes sense. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is nice. When you get to... I'm kind of getting to build like my own little world here. And right now I'm not needing to invest too much time. I'm actually going to place this here like this, I think. And then I'm going to make this like a little bit of a backyard, courtyard situation. Food store. I don't really have anywhere I want to place a food store for now. So, you know, just, yeah, congratulations. You get to be right there. Maybe not the best place to have a food store right next to a smithy, but it is what it is. These I don't really want to place at all, but I want the experience for now. We can always just move them later on. So I'm just going to place them here. And we can place the other one on the other side. Beautiful. I like it. Actually, I don't like that like that. I want it like, maybe like this. Kind of like it like that. There we go. That's nice. Okay. Landscape. Got a pole over here. So the pole like here, I guess. Kind of showing you like this is where you can use this pole to kind of exit. Got some readable things. Place that there. Why not? This actually, I do kind of think this would be nice here. Kind of like this is the way to this, you know. Kind of nice. This has to go in front of our house, obviously, because it's a postal thing, you know. Because we want to place postal. Now, I can't zoom in, unfortunately, guys. I don't have the option because my scroll wheel that is used to zoom in is broken. So I can't scroll. I've spoken about this before. Balls in the backyard makes sense, I guess. Put some bloaties next to that too. So right now, like I said, no real construction plans here. This is all just, I don't know why this is an outdoor thing, but you know what? What's a better place to put it than by over here, right? Music by the outdoor thing. Something like this, I guess. There you go. Outdoor furnishing. One of these. Actually, this over here would be nice, right? Right here. Or what even about right? I would like it like that. Something like that. I think that's nice. This like crockery thing. Something like that. Place it like there. Doesn't really matter. Beautiful. And I'm done. I think that's everything outside that needs to be done. So exit, save. A massive boost to our depth of energy right now. Let me show you. We have 3,200. Remember, we were at 1,800 when we started. Look at this. Everything we're placing, guys. There's our mailbox. Here's some of our plants. There's our little campy type weird looky zone with there's big ass trees and stuff. It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It would be around trees like that. Over there we have our rocky area that we made. It looks pretty cool. It actually looks, I think, pretty legit already. I didn't take too much effort to make, and I'm not really like specifically placing things or trying anything specific, but it looks kind of nice. I think it looks kind of nice. I actually kind of like this little rock mini formation. Kind of very reminiscent of the Sims effect, you know, when you're building Sims. And here we got our like a fruit store next to our armor smith, next to a house thing. Except where's the entrance for this house? Is this house in reverse? Okay, so I don't think it's a house. It's like a storage thing, right? It kind of makes sense to have a storage thing close to a game went very red. All of a sudden, that scared the shit out of me. Very storage close place to the smithy place, I guess. You know, smith store all the weapons he's smithing and all the ore he's using for the smith. That makes some sense. That makes some sense. Okay, next up, inside the mansion, baby. Let's go. Now, the inside of this mansion. Ooh, I've never seen the monster mansion before. Interesting layout design. Interesting layout design. Oh, really different. Very, very different to the Leeway house. Holy shit. Oh, wow. It's so different to the Leeway house. That's kind of crazy. Oh, this is nice. I like this room. Wow, that's a nice room. I like that room a lot. Very nice. And over here, this room.
Someone needs assistance.
This is a very large room. Holy crap. I like that a lot too. Okay, let's go upstairs quickly. Oh, the monster house is pretty nice. Actually, oh, what a nice, oh, so spacious. So spacious. I actually think I prefer the monster house to the Leeway house, to be honest with you guys. So spacious. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, sweet. F7 gives us the ability to place stuff. So we got a lot of things to place. So like, for instance, I don't know why that door is highlighted, why those stairs are highlighted, but they are. Furnitures, so like I'm not gonna be, once again, I'm not gonna be, so where's my entrance? There's my entrance. I just wanna, okay, entrance is this way. I'm not gonna be taking too much time to plan ahead now with my placement and stuff, guys. Right now it's just get the things down so we can get the adept or energy rewards from it, and that's pretty much all I care about, right? So that's odd that there's that. I don't like that gap there. I don't like that gap there. I don't want people to see that gap. So I'm gonna move this in a way where you can't kind of see the gap, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm rushing it, sure, because I want to just get the points and get out of here. But at the same time, I want it to look at least semi-decent, you know, semi-decent. Scrolls and books and stuff, that's fine. What is this? A bed? Bed should go in a room, I guess. So, no, that's our, whatchamacallit? That's the kitchen. This would be the way the bedroom would be. So, something like this, maybe. I think like right there, but obviously... Oh, not being able to scroll is a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. Okay, so a little bit like that, and then just move it like there. Perfect. Perfectly placed. Decoration. Seating thing. I don't think I want this. Ah, okay, you know, that kind of works. That kind of works in here. Actually. Ooh. No, that's way, I think that's way pretty. I like that a lot more. Never mind. Small finishing. Chair, no. Anything here we'd want in our room? Nah, not really. Over here, a rug. We can put a rug in a room. Why not? There we go. Beautiful. Okay, ornaments. Nothing in here I'd want in my room specifically. Nothing I want in my room specifically. Nothing I want in my room specifically. Wall decor. Yeah, we can put this on the wall, I guess. What do you mean there's no to place from this angle? Why can't... Is it too big? I guess it's too big. Okay. What about here? What about here? Is it outside? No. It's outside. Definitely not want it outside. Okay, I don't think we can place that in here. This area is too small. Fine. Companions. Oh, we can have companions. Unfair. This is your room now. Congratulations, Unfair. Oh, you can't stand on the carpet. That sucks. Okay. There you go. Boom. Unfair. And then animal, indoor set. It's fine. Beautiful. Okay. Back to this. Oh, upstairs. Nice. Over here. That's the secondary. Main hall. This is the... Is this the Bitcoin room? Yes. Okay. So this is the room I was looking for. The Bitcoin room, basically, is what we like to call it in the business. Here we go. So we made 10 of these things. And these things are literally just here for us to Bitcoin mine as much as possible. So we literally are going to make the ugliest room in the history of the world ever by placing a fuck ton of these ugly ass things here on top of each other, because each one of these, as much as ironic as it is, even though it's the same fucking thing and it looks ugly as fuck, the game still processes it as a unique item. Hence the game still gives you your Adeptor energy when you place it, which is obviously just a very nice way to get a F ton of free Adeptor energy. That feels a bit... There we go. And the more we place in here, obviously, the more rewards we get. And right now we are just upgrading our Adeptor energy by placing a bunch of stuff in a room that we just never going to use. Oh yeah, look at that. Ta-da! And I call it the bit room because it looks like a mine. You know those Bitcoin mines that people do? It looks like that. Okay, sweet. Anything else you want to place before we leave? Obviously you want to try and place everything. So this is like the kitchenette zone, I think. Yes, this is the kitchenette zone. So what better place to place it in a kitchenette zone than a chair? Right? A chair in the kitchenette area? Makes sense. Boom. Placed. Next. More chairs. There's so many chairs. Boom. Placed. Next. Just keep placing chairs right now. This is like one of those AAA meeting zones now. Hi, my name is Cole. Hi, Cole. Beautiful. Large furnishing. Do we have the table already? Did we get the table maybe free from the game? No, we did not. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Put Xiling in the kitchen, I guess. Or at least just switch it like this, I guess. Okay, animals, nothing. Indoor set, no. Okay, sweet. So I think the only thing left would be to go to the upper floor here and just somewhere find a place we can place that banner. There we go. Boom. Banner placed. And I think with that, we pretty much are done. There's nothing else we can really place. I mean, we can place some lights all over the place, but I don't know if that's necessary at all. Because we can place like over here. When you come up the stairs, then there's at least like some kind of vision over here, maybe. There you go. Okay, I think that's fine for now. I don't think we care too much about anything else we want to place right now. I think we placed enough Bitcoin mining things to get us through. Say save changes, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, up to 5,000 Adeptor energy, like no one's business. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's business. So we claim all these, round 2, and just keep claiming, baby. Beautiful. Exit this. Be up in here. And now start using. Nice. Now you might think, oh, but you can just go and we can start placing all these new things we got. Only the table is the only one you can. So we take these. Take. No, not young. Fair. I mean, okay, it's just. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Oops, take. Did I take her back? I think I took her back. I'm not sure. Okay, if we go to... Okay, obviously animals, but if we go to indoor sets, now we have these indoor sets, guys, which pretty much are like preset builds for you that you can just build. It's pretty cool, actually. And there's a few of them. And what's nice about these is these get you a lot of Adeptor points, right? So we're going to be building this one. So if you have all the pieces, you can actually just click on it. And it will place it for you. And you just place it. I'm going to place it like right here, I guess. It's fine. We don't really care, like I said. Boom, and all of a sudden we placed one of those. Save changes. Beautiful. I don't think there's anything else we can use right now building wise. I think that was all we got. I do want to go place Yanfei or Zhangling, sorry, here. Zhangling, there we go. This is your table now. Congratulations. Beautiful. Okay. And we should probably place some more people somewhere, but I don't really want to place people in rooms that aren't built or stuff because I'll feel bad about it. I do have some sense of feeling and remorse. Claim that. Beautiful. Okay, so what do we need to do? Place 10 rock furnishings and a single realm layout. We'll do that quickly and then obtain 500 round currency, which we can't really do. So now we're just chilling. We're chilling on that one. But we did get some nice rewards. So if we go over here to this teapot, we can quickly go to create furnishing, and we got more of these. So, and more recipes. So now we can just go crazy and start like really just getting in there. You know what I'm saying? Start making stuff. And we have 3 slots now, so it goes a little bit quicker too. But I'll fast forward this nonetheless. Okay, so I want to show you guys here. So now you have your companions hosted. These are people that are in your house where you can place. And they get like companionship upgrades as time goes on. They literally get companionship upgrades. 200 companionship per every 3 hours. So I think the max is 200, but you get 3 per an hour. And my Xilin's obviously already maxed. So there's pointers to have her in here. But since she's my favorite character, she's going to be in anyway. And that's just how I'm going to do it.
If you ever...
Because I care more about the people I like than the people than anyone else, basically. So more Mondstadt homes, we can place these. I think this Mondstadt home actually has a door. Yes, it does. There. So we'd want to place this one like in a place that makes sense. And I kind of like it like right here. You know why I like it like kind of right here, guys? Because now you kind of have this like almost semi-entrance through here that I can kind of build. Like a little pathway going through here. It kind of leads the people to this back room where we can have like a little park type zone thing. Like, and it also kind of creates my circular image on it. So we place like one more house here, which blocks off with this big house, and you kind of set, right? So it works out pretty well. So we want to place some more rocks because obviously we need to place a couple more rocks to get our thing. But I don't actually like, I think I don't want to place rocks there. I'm kind of happy with that. Where would I want to place rocks then? I guess we can make like, first place some random rocks, like put a rock like over here, turn a little bit, be like, yo, there's a rock. They couldn't get rid of that rock in time. Like over here is like a rock just chilling there. Nah, that's a little bit too much. I like it a little bit more like here. There we go. And I think we needed, this is a okay kind of rock actually. I kind of don't mind this one, like maybe here, kind of like the final rock to like finish the circle. I don't like it. Take it. I don't like that rock there. I still want some kind of semblance of imagery. Little rock over here, yeah, that works for me. Nice, little rock between the 2 camps, makes sense, makes sense. Place some rocks over here maybe in the corner. Congratulations. And then I think one more rock around here by the park would be fine. Like maybe right here, kind of like maybe here even. Actually, that's nice. I like that rock there a lot. More trees. Okay, so trees are beautiful. Trees are always nice. They just add a pretty atmosphere to your zone, so it doesn't feel so like static almost. So I like trees a lot, and I like placing trees in smart places to kind of add flavor and stuff. More bamboo trees are great because we can kind of just put it over here, and these are smaller ones, so they actually work out perfectly well for me. A little bit of something like over here maybe, and I kind of want like one over here. I feel like there's a little bit of a lacking spot all the way back here. I like that a lot. There we go. Smooth. Can't see. There we go. Right back here. There we go. Perfect. Look at that little bamboo rock pond zone. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, and it's just giving us more and more and more depth of stuff. A little tree close to our house, of course. That would make sense, right? You would want a nice tree that you can climb up to the balcony with. I guess a tree right in front of the balcony is not a good idea though, because you can't look out. So maybe a little bit more to the side of things, like maybe potentially over here even. That makes a bit more sense, right? So, like close to the balcony, but not blocking the balcony's view. You wouldn't want to block the balcony's view. That makes absolutely no sense. And probably the same thing around like a tree around here maybe. That kind of blocks our house view though, so I don't really dig that right now. I don't mind one over here though. Something right here. Right. Low more. There. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, stunning. Look at our house. Look at our world already. Look how much different it looks already just by doing a little bit of placements and stuff. It's really nice. Okay, so a little bit of bushes. Gotta learn to stop placing them in shitty places though. Just place a couple of bushes along the house here. A little bit like down this maybe. Like a little bit of a... We can always make like a bush wall pretty much. A little bush wall. Kind of used to like... Just to like differentiate. Then put like some other... Like a tree over there maybe. Like it a lot. Okay. One of these definitely in our park zone. I mean obviously. It's a park. Parks have to have trees and bushes and things that make sense. Okay, none of these. Done. Landscape. This I want over here. There we go. And nothing else here. Beautiful. I can't put... Can I put companions outside? Because I would actually not mind putting like some like barber here. Nice. You can put companions outside. I didn't even realize. Nice. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. By the camp zone, someone like Beta, right? Beta, she would camp outdoors. She feels like the type of girl who camps outdoors. Looking out at the ocean where she wants to be. Yeah, that makes sense for me, baby. Got you obviously have your sets here too, guys. So you can click here. And they tell you like, get all these items. So like right here, this one, right? I could almost make this one. I've got like 3 of the pieces already. So I just need to get 6 of these, get 1 of these and 2 of these, which I think I actually have. I picked them all up. So I could make this adventurous camp, which is actually not a bad idea. Here you have a festival market, very pretty. I can make that too, kind of. Here, this I can definitely make. It's a bit small. Here's some just a rock tree formation, also very nice. I don't usually make these though because I like my own layouts more than the game, more than anything the game can prescribe. But this one is one I might do because everything's already here for it, right? This one's already pretty much, set. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have that, I have that. All I need are 6 of these sturdy pine fences, which I don't have, of course, any of. Sweet. Only problem with this game is load. As you can see, our load's already yellow. Once that load hits red, you can't place more shit, and that makes me mad. 6,320 Adepto energy, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, just like that. Flick of a finger, basically, and we're done. Had placed 6,000 Adepto energy. Remember, this is day 1. Just so you guys can keep in mind, this is day 1, guys. We just started today. So I'm going to take this quickly because I can go to indoor sets and I think I can place this. All I need is the lantern. Okay. So go steal all the stuff everywhere. Hello. I'm here to steal the stuff. Thank you. My mat now. Sorry, Yanfei. I feel bad, so you can stand by the bed instead. Okay, and you can have a cat. Congratulations, you have a cat. Okay, and then indoor set. So what else do we need? So we need to steal the lantern. Okay, we need to steal the lantern. My lantern, thank you. Indoor set. And we need 1 pine black tea chair, which I can't make because I didn't make it. Okay, well, we lose out on that a little bit. That's fine. That's okay. So we don't replace any of these because these are for the other thing. These we can place though. These we can place though. So I think we got our kitchen. And we can just maybe place like a cooking pot over here kind of situation. And move Yanfei to the cooking pot, of course, because she would be cooking. That red pine thing, I think, would be a nice addition to right next to my bed behind Yanfei. Actually, rather just place it in the corner, I think. It's a bit too big. It's way too big for next to the bed. Okay, I guess we put it like over here then, I guess. And I think we go to small furnishing or ornaments, sorry, and we can go over here. We can get one of these. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. Some calligraphy book stuff. Let's just not place that for now, I guess. Don't place any of these. We can place the monster mat now. Yay! Monster mat placed. Can't place any of these really. We could place this, I guess, but yeah, let's rather not for now. I guess we could use one of the upstairs rooms that are like just random for all this. These way too big and don't know what to do with these things stuff. Maybe place this like here. Can I? Why not? Is it this guy? Can be like our beauty room, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Anything else you want to place quickly before we leave? I guess we could place someone in here, right? Companion. Who would we place in like a beauty official? Maximum number of companions. Oh, we can only invite 4 companions at a time. I didn't know. Okay, sweet. Save changes. 6,750. 250 away from getting a reward. Can we get that share by any chance? I'm not sure we can get that share. I didn't realize I needed that share. Crest polishing. I have none. I need this chair. I need that. Pine back tea chair. I need that to finish the red cedar set to get the reward there. But that's okay. You know what? We messed up a little bit. We didn't make things in exactly the right order, so we lost out a bit. It's fine. Not a problem. So let's see where we're at. So we got to trust rank 4, guys. We made it all the way to trust rank 4, which is, in my opinion, pretty impressive. We got to Adeptor Energy 6,750, which is oh, we need 6,000. Never mind, then I don't care. Which is going to give us now 20 per an hour instead of 4 per an hour. It's a literal like 5 times more. So it's really, really good that we got up to 6k already. This is our first day in the teapot, guys. Day 1 in the teapot. Just keep in mind, please. This is day 1 in the teapot, and this Genshin is time-based. And look at what we have built. We built a literal camping type zone. We have things placed everywhere along the map, plants and trees and things like that to make it look more real, more lively, more humane. We got a big ass pond, rock, beautiful area with lots of bamboo trees for shade and stuff for our lovely Barbara.
Hi there. Oh, seeing you so full of life puts my mind at rest.
And then you have a lot of dialogue options, so you can say like,
oh, I love it here. The scenery here is so different from Mondstadt's. I find it really refreshing. And here I can sing at the top of my voice without having to worry if I'm disturbing anyone. It's the best way to practice. Oh, it sure is nice of you to say that. But still, I always need to make sure I'm being considerate of other people. Anyway, I'm really happy you invited me here. I think I'd like to stay here a little longer.
beautiful. Look at this, guys. Absolutely stunning. And here we got our like shopping type zone area. You know, you come here to forge some shit, to buy some food, and stuff. Here's a big ass storage area, which makes sense. It's like another home-ish looking kind of big area, but it's kind of also feels like a bit of a storage. So that's the door there. There's a door here too. I don't know, it's a bit of an odd one. The monster houses are a bit weird compared to the leeway house. Leeway houses are more straightforward. You're gonna have like a big ass park area, got some plants and bushes and things. And it makes sense. Everything is a seashell thing placed there. It all kind of just makes sense. You know, the way it's placed, it all makes sense. You got some bushes here. We've got like a little courtyard zone. It's just nice. It's nice. And I think it looks very pretty. And I think we've done a great job for day one of the teapot. This is, I just gotta always remind you guys, just so you keep in mind, this is day one of the teapot. We've been here for one fucking day. Like, the fact that I've already accomplished as much as I have in one day, I'm very proud of and very happy with. So, we have to get to 500 round currency to go to the next rank, which I can't do. I have to wait. That's just a waiting thing. We're getting 20 per an hour, guys. We need 350. That's like 17, 18 hours or something. So there's nothing we can do about that. That's just a waiting game. So it is what it is. But I think in general, I think we did an amazingly good job for day one of the teapot. It's very nice. We have our island home. It's beautiful and stuff. But that's it. I think that's enough. We'll quickly go in here just to get rid of anything I have not gotten rid of yet. Beautiful. And let's head on back to Lue. Boom, and we're back. Okay, so you thought we were done. You're like, oh, finally, this episode's been like 2 hours long. Thank God he's finally done. No, we're not done. There's even more to do, ladies and gentlemen. We have all the normal things to do, which we usually do on a Sunday, on a day like this. It just shows you how much time can disappear while playing Genshin. How you can think you have finished, you have made the progress, you have completed the quest line, the storyline, if you will. But no, that is not true. Actually, there's so much more that needs to be done. So what we are going to be doing, of course, here, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to quickly be finishing our explorations that I send the people to every single day. And we're going to accept that, and that's done. We've got our promise from Catherine. Yes, we have. Beautiful. Okay, we have 2 more things to do in this, and then we'll finally have our big reveal on how many promises we're sending out. So number 1, Ascension rank test. Let's go. I did tell you guys it's happening today, and we are still doing it. Here we go. Midsummer Court. Ascend, clear the ruins. Let's go. Now they say we need water and animo, but I don't know if that's legitimate or not. But you know what? Just for game's sake and so we don't get hard stuck, we'll take water and animo with us. Let's go. Okay, so basically the Ascension rank, guys, as I'm sure every one of you know that have played Genshin by now, literally is just we need to get through the zone. I take rid of my 2 literal strongest characters though, which might have not have been the best idea. But pretty much all we want to do here is just clear this area ASAP, get through the zone, get our reward, which is ascending our world rank. We are currently world rank, I can't show you, but 45 right now, guys. But by the time we leave here, we will be world rank roughly, probably, if I'm guessing, 55? Because I think we have to write a test to go up from 55 to 56. So I think we're going to be at world rank 55, guys. So just so you guys know, that is what we're going to be at. I did misclick there, but that's okay. The world doesn't need to know.
So sorry. Dodge this.
Don't have Fischl with me, so it's a little bit harder to do. I wish I had Fischl. Damn, I didn't get up in time. God damn. I thought I would, but no, I didn't.
Cool it.
What now, dude? Now you're frozen. Haha. Okay, he doesn't care.
Let the show begin.
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this. Ha!
Use Kaya to keep this guy frozen as long as possible here.
Freeze. Dodge this.
But as you can see, we're pretty strong. Even with our weaker team, because you don't have Fischl, who's like where all my damage is, and Noah, where all my heal and tank is, we still are just going through this like no one's business. And there's no point for us here to, for example, kill these people because they are not chests here or anything we need to get. So I'm going to literally just be skipping this entire zone. Legitimately, just straight up skipping this entire zone. I'm out. It's like, fuck you guys, I'm out. These are annoying to fight. There's lots of gravity things that are annoying. So I'm just like, bye. Don't care about you. You don't have to beat them to continue on. So just ignore those guys. I've done this Ascension quest obviously a few times now because, well, you know, the thing about having 2 accounts is you kind of do everything twice, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? A little bit of this action, a little bit of this action, a little bit of that action. Just literally, I don't know how we got lightning out of this since we don't have a single lightning character in our party, but we did, which I think is pretty interesting. Don't know why I always collect these. I think it's just my like semi 100% gamer OCD situation, but yeah, some we got lightning. We may did we make lightning? Because if we made lightning, okay, that would be pretty cool, right? Like we used the elemental combo that resulted in a lightning proc or something like that. Because I don't know where lightning came from. No one has using lightning here. I don't have any lightning. The enemies don't have any lightning, so just collecting all of these because of my semi collector's OCD. Let's go. So I'm pretty much attempting to speedrun this as fast as possible. I don't see any point to delay here or take it slow. I just want to get it done ASAP. Because we've done much stronger than this, right? We've done much stronger than this, and this is just something I want to take care of today. I decided yesterday I was going to take care of this today because I'm heading to Inazuma this week off camera, and I wanted to make sure that when I head to Inazuma and I come back from the next episode, we are in Inazuma, we are on the, as I said, highest possible difficulty we can be. because why not? Also, I think I can't do the next storyline quest because I'm not high enough AR anyway. I don't think we're high enough AR anyway, which we will check out once we clear out this zone 2. Dude, these two archers over here are pissing me the fuck off, bro. It's not even funny. The problem with not having fish on our party is dealing with these type of ranged characters like this. Just a bit of a pain in the butt, that's all. Yeah, bro, I'm leaving so soon, dude. Whatever. Get over yourself, sir. We don't have time for your crap. We got places to be and people to kill. Okay, just checking. And of course we're gonna get a pretty large Primogem reward for doing this, as well as we're gonna get a lot of wishes for this too, because we're gonna go up 10, we're basically going up 10 levels, guys. We're gonna get 10 levels worth of rewards, so obviously, you know, 10 levels worth of rewards, you're looking at getting some kind of wishing going down here, you know what I'm saying? Okay, don't shoot me. Good, okay, we're free.
Nice and spicy.
I don't know. Sucros's E isn't proccing how it used to, I feel. It's kind of annoying. Okay, almost done. Last chamber of fighting. I think there's not too much to fight here, guys, and we're going to be done. Like I said, this is like crazy if you think about it, because this episode is so long already. We've done so much. We did the entirety of the Serenity Teapot. But like I said, I was going to do it. So I had already planned to do it. And I did say at the start of this it was going to be a long episode. So I hope you guys don't mind. I know this is not what you usually get with the Primogem grind. You just here to see some Primogems, baby. And that's all you care about. You don't give a fuck about all this other random shit. You just want to see some baby Primogems. And this guy's over here like doing the entire Acquiant Fate quest line that unlocks the entirety of the fucking whatchamacallit and all that other things that you just don't care about, and you're like, why is this happening? You know? But like I said, we are. Wow, that actually completely landed. That rarely ever happens. That happened so little, I kind of forgot it should happen.
This moment will be frozen.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
So the reason they make you fight this electro hyperstasis, I am assuming it's because it's kind of the first thing you encounter in the game as a boss-wise, is the electro hyperstasis. Is kind of the first one you encounter that you can fight and actually beat, because he's pretty much the weakest of all the mini bosses in the game. And by mini bosses, I always refer to any boss that costs 40 resin to fight, basically. So as I said, he's kind of the weakest one. So I think they give you this as kind of like a, you need to be able to beat this guy within the time limit, because if you can't, you're just not strong enough for the next world limit, you know? That's kind of the gimmick I think they're trying to go with. But they also give you the easiest one. So even though, oh my god, that actually hit me. Even though it might be like, you think you're strong enough for the next world, you might actually not be. Because if you get unlucky, well, I mean, you fought the easiest one and you just barely beat the easiest one. I mean, we obviously destroyed him, but let's say a normal person just barely beats him, then you'll find yourself in a position where, world up, next, we get it. The world level increased to 6. Maximum adventure increased to 50. Oh, do you have to write a test for 52 again? Oh wait, what? I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. We'll find out soon when we exit. But yes, our world levels increased to world level 6. We got 2 Acquainted Fates, and we should be adventure rank 50. Oh, so they stop you at 50 anyway. So I have to write a test again for 50 to 55. Is that what the matter is? It is. Interesting. I didn't know. Okay, let's not do that. Let's hold off on that. Let's hold back. Let's hold that. I'll go to Inazuma at AR 50. I thought AR 45 went straight to AR 55, or I would have gone to AR 50 years ago. I thought AR 45 went straight to AR 55, or I would have done AR 50 years ago. I would have loved to be AR 50. AR 50 is so much better than AR 45. AR 55 was just too much. It was going to be a little bit too much for me. Okay, lots of rewards incoming, guys. Finishing our animo character. Lovely. Some 5-star artifacts. Lovely. And then, of course, more primos and more wishes, which takes us to exactly 10 Acquainted Fates, which is going to give us a wish, which is very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. So quickly claim up all our daily stuff. Beautiful. And I think we just got to use our resin, which I'll do off camera. And that's pretty much that. And I think we've done everything. I think we have done absolutely everything, ladies. AR50 now, very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, AR50, and also our next ascension ranks come up. I didn't realize it worked like that. I honestly didn't. So that's a nice little reminder, a nice little interesting fact there. Okay.
Seems
Primogem count. Let's go. 56,962 Primogems, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty decent in my opinion. It would be nice to 57k, but we don't. But that's fine. And of course, we can do a 10 pull. Our first 10 pull in about 100 episodes. Not really, but quite a few episodes. Let's go. Our first 10 pull, ladies and gentlemen, in forever. Okay. We got a 5-star. We got a 5-star. We got a 5-star. Oh, we got a 5-star. That is a really early 5-star. That is a really, really early 5-star. That's really early. We were not supposed to get a 5-star now. I mean, I'm very happy. I didn't expect this. It's like a reward for a very long episode. For like an insanely long ass episode, we're getting a... Oh, it's Jean! Our first 5 stars, Jean. Of course it is Jean. And we got a Acquiant Fate constellation. Oh my word, that's so great. That is amazing. What a great way to end this episode. Holy shit. We got our first 5-star character. We got our first 5-star character. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy to have finally got my first 5-star character, guys. It took so long. So the first 5-star character we're going to build is going to end up being Jean. It's going to end up being Jean, an animo character. Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed it would have been Jean? How many of you guys guessed Jean was the character we were going to get as our first 5-star? So exciting. Let's immediately level up all the way. Let's take it all the way to max. Ta-da! We're going to just take Jean straight up.
Good. On to our next objective.
Okay. All the way, Jean. All the way. Let's go. Right now, right here. All the way. Unless we run out of ascension materials, of course. This is a super episode, guys. A super episode.
As the wind continued...
That was so unexpected, guys. To get a 5-star there was so absolutely unexpected. I did not see it coming. I'm obviously extremely excited, extremely happy by it, but it just completely caught me off guard. She's got so much defense. Is she a tank? I think she might be a tank, guys. I think you build Jean as a tank in this game. Interesting. Is that the case? Is Jean a tank build? Because she's getting a ton of defense on her level ups, but she's not getting almost... Oh, I've been wasting a lot of XP books, haven't I? Wasted quite a bit of XP books there. Look at her, how much defense she gains compared to how much attack she gains. I didn't realize it seems that Jean might be a tank hero and not a damage hero.
We must not become complacent. As the acting Grandmaster, I must remain vigilant.
So she's probably going to be my healer. So she's going to take Barbara's place in our party. Very interesting. Very interesting. And we got a constellation on Acquiant Fate, which is absolutely amazing. We wasted like we wasted like 2 or 3 of these XP books already. Whatever, guys. It happens. Level 70 already. Keep going. We're going to take it all the way to 80. Wow, that's insane. We're going straight to 80 with Jean. Holy shit. That's crazy, guys. I never expected to go straight to 80 with Jean. But we're going to be using her. She's probably going to be our main character for the rest of the game now. So we'll be playing the rest of the game as Jean pretty much until the series ends on my channel. But very, very exciting. We finally got a 5-star. It was such an early 5-star. It was way earlier than I expected. So we definitely scored here, guys. We definitely scored on this one a lot. We can go 90 now. We can 90 our characters now. I didn't realize that we could 90 our characters now. Very cool. Very cool. Beautiful. Look at that. Acquiant Fate constellation. When Acquiant Fate uses a charge attack, each existing Scarlet Seal additionally reduces stamina cost of this charge attack by 10%, increasing its resistance against interruption during its release. Activate. Nice. Acquiant Fate constellation. Oh, nice, guys. We finally got ourselves our character. Switch. Beautiful. Enhance. So we need to upgrade that weapon. I will do that off camera, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this episode of Genshin Impact. How many Primogems can we save in 1 year? It has been an amazing long 2-hour long special. Of course, before we leave, let's check our shop as we do. Crystal top-ups, obviously all original wishes are intact as per normal. Jean's outfit's for sale, but I can't buy it, which is sad. And of course, Welkin's blessing is not activated. Jean's outfit's very sad we can't get that because Jean was our first 5-star on this account, which is very exciting. So yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done. 56,000 promos in, basically 57 you could say. And I hope you guys enjoyed this special. It was very fun. We got a new 5-star, our first 5-star. Ooh, we should actually check that out.
Seems all the
We should check that out before we leave. So basically, the reason why I said that Jean came early was because we got our last 5-star here. We got our last 5-star there. That was basically, we did a 10 pool, our 90th 10 pool to go to Pity, where we got the Skyward Pride in those roles. Then we did 2 more 10 pools after that. This is our 3rd 10 pool. So that means we got Jean in roughly, let's just say roughly 30 rolls. Not more. It's about 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So about let's say probably 30 rolls. 22, maybe even 28 rolls from our last 5-star. So that's a 28 roll secondary 5-star. That came
already have their hands full.
Extremely early and completely unexpected. Okay, who leaves the party for good? Someone's dying. One of you guys is dying for life. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Ready for anything.
Kaya, I want Fischl probably. So I think
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
I think this is our new setup.
As you wish.
This is our new setup for now on, guys. Xiangling, Jean, Fischl, and Noelle. That's probably our new combat setup. I'm going to be building Jean off camera and making sure she's up to par, ladies and gentlemen. But that is our first 5-star in our free-to-play account. Came extremely early. We have a first 5-star and we have a 5-star weapon already in this game. And just so you guys remember, we haven't used a single Primogem the game gave us. And we have also not spent a single cent in the game. So if you thought you had to spend money to play Genshin, or use up the primers that you grind your ass off every day for? Well, the answer was no, because I'm beating everything in the game. I'm destroying everything in the game. I'm finishing every quest line, storyline, event. Everything's getting done. And I'm not using any primers or any money. So Genshin is a 100% fun, awesome free-to-play game. And the excitement and the joy of a free-to-play player like myself, rolling on a Jean like this, out of the blue, unexpected.
Are all working hard.
I don't know what to say. I almost feel like I can't end the episode because I'm just so excited and overly joyed. But I will. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. More Genshin Impact.